G'day, welcome back to another episode of Togl. As I said at the end of the last video, we were coming to Trobe for the chocolate festival. So it turns out the chocolate festival is more like a scattering of little chocolate crafts and halls scattered up and down the main street. The main part of it being in the hall over behind us. So we're just going to duck over there now and see what's in there, and then we'll just cruise up and down the street, see what's on offer and decide what we're doing for the rest of the day. It started off really wet this morning, but the sun's come out, so that's really good. No, it's okay. It's okay. That happens all the time.
She's like, oh, hang on, I don't think I know you.
That's not my dad. Yeah. We'll just go for a wander. Togl 3D puzzle. Cool.
Togl's house. And they got the big purple bus.
Yeah.
They got some other ones down there.
Flashing lights, loud noises and supernatural themes. This place just goes on and on. Thank you.
I reckon because I told you what, didn't I? I'll stay here, darling. Right, it's not real.
Oh.
It's a little bit
Morbid?
yeah.
This place is really cool, and it just goes on and on and on with all the different sections. It's an amazing shop. So yeah, if you get to Trobe on the main street, definitely come and visit. It's well worth the look. Well, the day's getting better and better. Sun's coming out, it's warming up. We bought a nice book in that last store we were at. That place is incredible. We'll definitely be coming back there again. And we bought some Rocky Road and some fudge, So now though, we're going to head across to Spreyton Apple Cidery and have lunch over there. So we'll see you over there. That's another cool little spot. Alright, so we're just here at the Spreyton Cidery. We're going to have a bite to eat, try some of the ciders. And as you can tell, it's really sunny now, so I'm glad the day's shaped up beautifully because we had a lot of rain this morning. But yeah, we're just going to head in now and grab something to eat. It's lunchtime. G'day. Well, today I'm up at the Upper Fly Fishery. It's up on Greta Road, and a friend of mine owns this place, and he was saying that a while back there was an elderly fisherman up here who lost his wedding ring. I did mention that a couple of videos ago. So today I'm going to get out the metal detector and see if I can't find it. Now, I did say that it was going to be a slim chance, and I'll show you what I'm up against. So the guys were fishing along the bank here, so I'm going to search all of this riverbank first. But then when they cleaned their fish, they came over here to the spillway, which makes sense, fast running water to wash the fish off. However, if his ring came off in there whilst he was washing the fish, I'm guessing it would have probably got swept all the way down, because that's a concrete bottom. There is an eddy hole there. It could have come off into that and be stuck in there. Could have got stuck in here, but my concern is that it probably ran straight down this causeway and straight off the end. But we'll have a bit of a look anyway, because you never know your luck. If it did come off the end though, I think we'll be waiting until summertime, and we'll check out down the bottom here at summertime. So yeah, there's a lot of water running down there, and it does make sense that he lost, that the ring came off his finger when he was washing the fish. Cold fingers, shrink, slimy fish, the water, I reckon that's where it went, and it's probably right in the bottom of that dam, which, yeah, as I said, means we'd need to wait till summer. So we'll see what happens. So far I've managed to find a piece of wire and a bottle cap, so no luck yet, but at least I'm confident that I'm finding metal objects, so that's good. So if the ring was there, there's a better than average chance I would have found it. Now I'm going to head over here to the causeway. We'll try and run the detector over there. Unfortunately, over on the far side, I don't even know if you can tell down there behind the post, but there's a lot of tin or corrugated iron. I think they might have used it when they poured the concrete in the bottom, so that whole far side was just going off. I started to pull out little bits of tin down the bottom, and as I got further up I realised there's just tin everywhere, so I can't search that side. I was hoping maybe the ring might have got swept into the grass that's growing in there and got caught up, but no way of checking in there. So giving that a good look up and down, I said I reckon that ring would have got swept off and tumbled straight down, straight off the end into that dam. As I said, in summertime the water drops quite a lot up here. That's where it'll probably be. We can always get in there and check, but that'll be a job for a few months' time in the summertime. Hopefully there's no huge floods that would wash it any further deeper, but who knows. Anyway, while I'm up here, I'm just going to have a quick flick as well, see if I can't catch a fish for dinner. And yeah, pity, I would have liked to have found it, but yeah, I knew the chances were slim anyway. So anyway, I'm going to go and get the fishing rod. Well, it's starting to rain, so I'm going to have to put the camera away. I'm going to continue to fish on for a little bit longer. It's very hard with this wind to fly fish, and I forgot to bring my spin rod, so I'm kicking myself about that. But anyway, if I catch one, I'll show you. Otherwise, it'll be whatever I'm doing next. But yeah, I need to pack this camera up now because of the rain, so fingers crossed I get one today. Well, the rain's eased off, the wind's dropped right off. As you can see, it's like glass around here now. So I just thought I'd soak a couple of worms, see if I can't get that fish. Not much luck at the moment, but that's all right. You know what? It's really peaceful just sitting here. So I'll just quickly show you guys. This is the Tasmanian blackfish. That's a small one, but when they get big, they are quite nice. Very pale white flesh. But yeah, he's only a little one, so I'm going to let him go. The Tasmanian blackfish. Yeah, I think the active days are well behind there. Well, today we're going off on a little bit of a trip. I'm here with my mate Neil. You've met Neil before on some of the other videos. So we're heading up into the central highlands of Tasmania to go and look for a deer. We need some more venison. So we've been up there once before and we were successful. So yeah, I thought this time I'd bring you along and show you. So we've got a couple hour drive to get up to where we're going. And when we get there, we'll show you a little bit. We're going to be spending the night up there in like a little shack as well. So it should be an interesting night. Anyway, stand by and we'll see if we can't get some footage of some deer for you. Well, we're out here this morning. We got in later than we expected last night. So we just had some dinner and went to bed. Got up early this morning. It's taken us a while to find them. And I had a very long shot. And I was out in the open the whole way too. I really had to crawl along in between little hills. So I really didn't film any of that. I wasn't able to. And it was a very long shot, but I got the deer. So we're going to head over there now. Oh, I'm puffing a bit because it's cold. I was hiked up out of a gully, but there she is, a nice young fawn. So we'll get this finished off, but that's going to put some nice venison on the table. So nice shot to the chest, which is what you want. And yeah, she'll give us some good meat. Well, a bit of a interesting one this week, although shorter, but yeah, quite varied. Lots of different things there. So I hope you enjoyed all of that. With that last bit with the deer, so I'll just explain a little bit more there. Very hard to try and film and stalk a deer at the same time. So basically I had to cross a very large paddock, and the way that it was there's a paddock and there was a creek running along in the front of it. I had to come down into the gully, come along the gully, come up the crest of that hill, and then as I come up the hill, what I did was got right down, did a bit of a leopard crawl just to the crest. Now the deer were on the crest, but when I was going down to the gully, they saw me and they took off over this way, right? I'm doing all this in reverse for you guys. So I've come up the hill, just peeked my head over, and there's another big gully and it goes up again, and I could see them up on the other ridge further up. So I just snuck up. I was on my belly, so they could only really see my head. I set the rifle up. I've got a little bipod, which is like two little legs that come down off the front of the rifle. So I was able to set up in the laying down prone position with only my head visible across the top of that hill and see these deer. Now there was half a dozen up there, so I chose the one I wanted, but it had its backside towards me. It was facing away from me, so I didn't have a clear shot. But I probably laid there for a good 5 minutes or so, which was good. Breathing, relaxed, calmed down, and just had a really nice steady shot. So when it finally turned and presented that side on shot, I was able to take a nice controlled shot got it straight into the chest, just behind where the shoulder is. And that's exactly where you want to hit a large animal like that. It's where all the vital organs are, the heart and lungs, and it's just lights out. And that deer literally, like, it didn't run, it just dropped, just collapsed. It was just lights out. So, and that's, if you're going to take an animal, that's how you want to do it. It's just bang, lights out. It probably didn't even hear the gunshot, because the bullet would have hit it before the noise got there. That's how I like to take an animal if I've got to take an animal. So we cleaned it up very briefly there, same as what you do with a fish. You gut it, and then we've brought it home. It's been hanging in the shed all day. It's nice and cold at the moment, so it's great. So this evening I will skin that, and I will tan the skin eventually, so that'll get used. And then the meat, I'll butcher it up, and majority of the meat will be for human consumption, for myself and some friends. Bones and offcuts and that sort of thing go to the dogs. So there's basically no waste on that animal. And if you're going to take an animal, you don't want waste. So don't be wasteful with it. So anyway, yeah, there was only a little bit of footage there. It was the best I could do under the circumstances of trying to get everything done and sneak up on those animals. And as I actually went off the crest of the hill and went down through the gully and up to the other side where the deer was, that's when I filmed all those other deer running through the gully. So there was a lot more in the gully. But if I'd come up onto the crest to see them in the gully, which would have been a closer shot, the ones further up would have seen me and bolted, would have alerted the other ones, they would have all bolted. So I took the shot I could. It was probably about a 200-meter shot, but I had so much time to prepare for it, and it was right on the money. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this episode. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry it's a little shorter. We'll be back to some more regular ones next week, but until then, I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.